All right, everybody, welcome to NorCal Sports Network. And this is the same hat that Brock Purdy's dad wears. Chat loves it when Marty Lurie comes on.
Anytime you lose a game this time of year, when you can't go backwards, it's a problem.
All right, everybody, welcome on in. NorCal Sports Network. Welcome on in. Friday, the 13th. And Giants haven't done anything yet. Welcome on in, Lou. How you doing?
I'm doing good. How about yourself?
Doing well. You're sounding good.
Yeah, thanks, buddy.
Sounding
Appreciate
nice.
it. Try to step up. I got a rep
Stepping-
to protect on NorCal Sports Network.
There we go, man. Stepping up to the plate, Lou Marston, man, with his new Yeti Blue. There we go. All right. Well, everybody, as the thumbnail says, the Giants, we're going to talk about what's their next move. But before we get into their next move and what we think it might be, let us thank our sponsor of NorCal Sports Network, Chapman Law Group. Chapman Law Group, check them out over in Marin. If you need any legal needs, could be anything from documents to, hey, getting somebody evicted, whatever. Maybe you got a neighbor that's driving you nuts. I don't know. Give Chapman Law Group a call, 415-613-9483. Let them help you out. And everybody, make sure, if you would, give this show a like and a subscribe if you haven't done so already. Really appreciate that. Helps the channel out greatly. All right, Lou. Giants have been rumored to be signing Corbin Burnes. The rumors were they were the front runners, so to speak, the heavy favorites. There was a tweet that I responded to the other day from, I believe it was Bob Nightingale. Let me see. It was either Nightingale. Let me look it up here. Bob Nightingale. Here was the tweet. The San Francisco Giants are the heavy favorites for Burnes, while the Mets are trying to bring back Alonso. That was a day ago. And here we are Friday. Nothing's happened. There was the big trade today, and if you were watching NorCal Sports Network, you saw it within 5 minutes of its announcement that Kyle Tucker has been traded to the Chicago Cubs for Isaac Paredes and, oh gosh, I forgot the kid's name. Anyway, couple other guys. I've heard of the one. I'll have to look up the trade. Got so many things going through my head. When you read name after name after name and all day long.
Yeah, so it was for Paredes, Hayden, and Cam Smith.
Cam Smith, that was the guy.
Cam Smith?
Yes. Boris using Toronto to raise price against Giants. I do believe that's probably happening because Boris knows that his guy wants to go to the Giants. Inevitably, it's hard to see exactly what happens, but I think Burnes would love to be in California. And yeah, Robert's my insider. There we go. Hey guys, early on in the chat, we don't want to drag this thing out like it got drug out the other night. I've got a bag of baseballs here. I got to pull them out. Let me see. All right. More baseballs to give away tonight. Another baseball right there. Casey Schmitt.
Nice.
Signed baseball. Major League Baseball, brand new. Our first winner was 420 the other night. You guys want to get a chance to win this baseball? We're going to do the drawing at 8:55, guys. 8:55. So hurry up and enter. That's just over an hour from now. enter in the contest, get it in there early. We're going to cut it off at 8:45. Okay.
And how do they get in,
8:45.
Dan? Do they just go to the chat and say, I want in, or?
Yeah, they gotta like to enter the giveaway. Here it comes. It's being typed right now. What you got? I'll put that up there in one moment as we give you the rules to get in for the chance to win a autographed baseball by Casey Schmitt. We did have 420 win the autographed ball the other night. I will be taking tonight's winner and tomorrow's winner down to the post office. So I will mail those two baseballs off tomorrow. Richard Coakley says, how do we enter? To enter the giveaway, how do you enter? Okay. We'll let you know as soon as gets typed in there. I believe what you got to do to enter the contest is you got to like and make a comment on this video. Make a comment on the video, put like, and say giveaway. Just say giveaway and make sure you like and comment. We'll double check the comments, make sure everybody's made a comment, and that's how it'll work. Lou Burnes, on our thumbnail tonight, we got Burnes, Sasaki, Cody Bellinger, and Walker Buehler. How many of those guys do the Giants need to get to have it be a successful offseason?
I'd like to get 2 of them if possible. But
which 2 would be the most top of your Christmas wish list?
Well, Burnes obviously is my number 1 pick. And then I would probably, I'd be happy with Buehler, because at least he's proven, again, we're going from sources saying this kid might be the new thing. Again, I've seen Walker Buehler if he's 95% of what he was. I mean, he stepped up during the World Series. He's been in big game situations, but if I get Burnes and Sasaki, I'd be very happy too. Bellinger, I'm just not a big fan of because, since he won the MVP, he seems to always have one of those years where he sort of breaks down, and I'm sort of sick and tired of Giants getting guys that we're hoping they won't break down because 90% of them do. So I think there's other players out there that, we can get. I think if we can get 2 pitchers, we could obviously trade some of our youth for a bat, or, it could be one of those things where with the pitching, we're going to have to do the pitching till the trade deadline and try to get a bat. We can't always have our cake and eat it too, but I think it's, one of those things where we're sort of, I think we still needed 4 steps. We got 1, we got a great shortstop, and I've been saying that, so I'm going to stick with that. One of the things, Dan, that I read, Mark Feinstein, Feinstein, he said that sort of what is holding it up is they want at least $245 million, which would beat the record of 5 years ago when Strasburg signed, which I never even thought of. They're saying, 8 years, $245 million, because his was like 240. So when Strasburg signed, I just read that earlier today, so it's something different. But it's us in Toronto. We keep hearing it, but it's gotten sort of quiet, which to me makes me just a tad nervous. How about you?
Yeah. I mean, I didn't realize that was the case with Strasburg. Let me look at that contract. Steven Strasburg contract. Let's take a look at what that was.
Yeah, it would have been the winter meetings 5 years ago.
Okay, Steven Strasburg officially retires. 7-year, $245 million. That's what he got. Wow. 7-year, $245. So they want $246, I imagine.
At least, trying to beat the record. I don't know if we'd go 7 years, 240. Maybe maybe we'd go 8 and 246. But we've learned
Yeah,
from the past when we signed Zito. It's these, and you get these pitchers. Anything over 5 years, it's tough.
that's $30.75 million a year to go 7 years, 246. Wow. Yeah, Brian, I agree. I think it's either the 7th or 8th year that's holding up, and I also bet Toronto keeps upping their offer. Yeah, and I don't think he probably wants to go to Toronto, is my guess, being a kid from, Bakersfield, California. I don't know. Toronto, nice place, but you got to go through customs all the time. Your family's in California. That's a tough one. Hey, before I forget, guys, I wanted to give a shout out to a couple of Giants players that celebrating a nice payday. And that is Elliot Ramos and Tyler Fitzgerald. Let's take a look at this, guys. This is the pre-arbitration money that was paid out for people who are not eligible for arbitration. Right, there we go. The allocation for the 24 Major League pre-arbitration bonus pool, as determined by the CBA, an eligible player gets $2.5 million for winning an MVP or a Cy Young award, $1.75 million for second in the voting, $1.5 million for third, $1 million for fourth, fifth, or an MLB first team. $750,000 for Rookie of the Year, $500 for the second in Rookie of the Year voting, or all MLB second team. A player is eligible to receive a bonus for only one award per year, the highest amount eligible for, and the remaining money is allocated by WAR formula. So there's take a look at the money, guys, that was handed out. Look at this. We've got on the top there, Bobby Witt Jr., $3 million. Imagine that's a nice payday for these guys. Remember, they can't sign a big fat contract before free agency unless the team chooses to buy him out, like some of these guys on this list. Paul Skeens collects $2.1 million. Gunnar Henderson, $2 million. William Contreras, the Brewers catcher, $1.7 million. Cole Reagans, that's the who's he with? Seattle, right? Pitcher, Cole Reagans, yeah. Jaron Duran, Boston outfielder, 1.3. Jackson Merrill, almost 1.2 million. Luis Gil, the rookie pitcher for the Yankees. Didn't he win Rookie of the Year in the American League? Did he win?
Oh, God, I'm not sure.
Chat, help me out here with that. I got too many things open here. Hold on. Did Gil win the Rookie of the Year? Yeah, Cole Reagans is with KC. That's right. Thanks, Daniel. Appreciate that. Colton Cowser, Orioles outfielder, collects just almost $1 million. Jackson Churio, there's a guy that's signed. The Brewers signed him to a bigger contract, I think for 8 or 10 years. Kid's only like 19 or 20 years old. Ellie Dela Cruz. Luis Gil did win American League Rookie of the Year. Thank you, Shota. So, and then you see Mason Miller, the A's really closer. Austin Wells, Yankees catcher. Cal Raleigh, Seattle. Brent Rooker of the A's. Christopher Sanchez collects $576. Cade Smith, Stephen Kwan, local boy for Cleveland. Corbin Carroll, Tanner Houck, Hunter Green, Cincinnati. I like that pitcher. He's a really good pitcher. Very solid. Julio Rodriguez, Bryce Miller. No Giants yet, but they're coming. Ezekiel Tovar of the Rockies, Brenton Doyle, O'Neill Cruz, Pirates, Ronel Blanco, Astros pitcher, Patrick Bailey. There we go. Wait for Patrick Bailey. There's $471,000. Not a bad payday. And the list goes on. You look, Jake McCarthy of the D-backs, Hunter Brown, and there's Butler of the A's, Anthony Volpe of the Yankees. There's Tyler Fitzgerald, 409,000. Congratulations, Tyler. I'm sure your new bride, he's a honeymooner. He's what do they call newlywed? That's the word I wanted. Newlywed. Tyler Fitzgerald was just recently married. He's just $409,000 richer. Ryan Walker, another giant, $382,000. Bailey Ober, J.J. Bidet, Mark Vientos, like that kid with the Mets. Wyatt Langford, Rangers. Abreu, Terang. Schwellenbach with the Braves. Brian Wu, Mariners. Gabriel Moreno, catcher for the D-backs. Griffin Jacks, Twins. Gavin Stone, Dodgers. Pete Crow Armstrong, $342,000. Oh, the list goes on and on. I don't know why Elliot Ramos is so far down having an all-star year. Is it because he used up so many of his arbitration years? The Giants wasted him? Look at that. He had a really solid year, was an all-star, but he's down below a lot of players. And I'm looking to see if there's any other Giants besides Elliot Ramos. Grayson Rodriguez, Cole Key, Tigers second baseman. Anyway, you look at these guys, these all made some extra money. So nice to see. Congratulations to those guys. You know, that's when you're making $700,000, it seems like a lot, right? For these guys. And hold on here. I'm trying to clear this.
Dan, I got a question for you. So when you come out of college, you get drafted. There's a signing bonus, right? Say $4 million. You obviously get that. Then once you start rookie ball, you don't really make big money until a pro team buys out your contract. Because once you make the majors, you have a minimum. Is that how it works, or is single A?
Yeah, once you get on you get a minor league salary, and then once you get on the 40-man roster, you get. I'm not exactly sure. Someone might have to look that up. You'll have to I know when you get to the big leagues, you get the major league minimum.
Minimum, yeah.
Which was somewhere 700,000-800,000 roughly.
But you also get the per diems, which I've heard are like sort of ridiculous. You get 50 for breakfast, 75 for lunch, and 250 that they pay. Even the umpires get that same amount.
So Joel Embiid just suffered a sinus fracture tonight's game. Yikes. That's not fun.
Yeah, and did you see there was a fight in the game too?
I did not see that.
Joel Embiid's second game back. I mean, they're Philly's done.
Yeah, Philly's definitely done. Definitely done.
Big problems.
All right. So I got to believe that. Oh, wow. Yeah. This whole thing. Oh, by the way, guys, before we forget or mention it again, autographed baseballs. Lots of them. There's two of them right there. Autographed baseballs. Casey Schmitt, number 10 right there. We got these baseballs to give away.
Number 10.
So make sure you check it out there. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and say giveaways. Right? We're going to close it off at 8:45, guys. 8:45. So you've only got, and you got to be in the chat. You got to stay here. We'll give it away at 8:55. So make sure you're in the chat. If you want one of these autographed baseballs, put in, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and give away. Yaz will be another spring training where he doesn't earn a job, says Hiroku, but they keep giving him anyway. Exactly. Unbelievable. Unbelievable that they'll give Yaz the nod over a guy like Luis Matos, who needs to play and who is the guy who strikes out the least next to Jung-Hoo Lee. And yet they go ahead and play Yaz. Hold on here. I'm looking for that.
And then, Dan, there was also another trade. I don't know if you saw that. I thought it was pretty good for Milwaukee.
Yes.
That was the
Good for
Milwaukee
the Mets
Brewers and
or the Yankees
New York
too.
Yankees.
Yeah, they've got the closer. They got the closer. Yeah, that's
Devin
a great
Williams.
question, Mark. If I'm waiting on Burnes, you know what? I just go ahead and sign Flaherty and Bueller. Go ahead and sign Flaherty and Bueller, and then take your chances and see if you get Sasaki. Maybe you get lucky and get Sasaki and you say, you know what? Save all that money. Check out my video earlier today from NorCal Sports Network. We did a video on Corbin Burnes to the Giants. I put some interesting statistics in there about Burnes' strikeout rate steadily going down the last 4 years. It was as high as 13, and it's in the 8s now per 9 innings. That's could be a concern.
But also a much different ballpark. Baltimore compared to Oracle.
No, I'm just talking about even when he was with Milwaukee, the strikeout rates were going down.
I got it. Yeah.
Yeah, he's not missing as many bats. Could be intentional. I don't know. I can't find Ryan's comment where I can't seem to. Where is the?
Was it the comment of how to get in?
Yeah, I don't know where it went. I wanted to put it back up there, and I can't find. There's nothing in here for starred chats or anything. I can't even. Come on, mouse. I hate it when my mouse.
It's at 7:52, Dan, my time, or on the chat.
All right. I don't know what happened to my computer. Nothing is seeming to work. It might be.
So here, I can say it. To enter the giveaway, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and say giveaways.
Okay, here we go. Now it's working. 7:52.
Yeah.
There it is. All right, let me star it so I don't have to keep looking for it. When I put up somebody else's comment, it disappears, and you got. All right, guys. So you might have a better shot to win the baseball. Friday nights are a little bit less of a crowd generally, but you got to be in the chat. You got to keep it here if you want to get that baseball. We will close the drawing at 8:45. So get your giveaways in there. I see a few guys in there. Chardal, our rainbow man. How you doing, Chardal? Phillips in there.
Chardal,
yeah,
he
what a
didn't get
mess.
rained out not yesterday, huh?
That was a mess. We won't even talk about that. Let's looking in the chat here. George Curry says he's not concerned about Burnes' strikeout percentage. He's faced better hitters in the American League East than the National League Central. His ERA was well below 3 and won 15 games. He will be good for about 5 to 6 years. Yeah, I mean, I'm just saying his rate was going down even before he went to the American League East last year. It was going down before that with Baltimore. So check out the video. In fact, I could probably show it to you again right here. I'll pull it up for you guys. Corbin Burnes here. Let me just get that here for you. All right. Pull this out. Corbin Burnes. There we go. All right. See the strikeouts per 9 right there? His first year was 2018. He was a reliever in 19, 38 innings, and then 49 innings. Of course, but let's not count the numbers. Let's look at the start as a starter, because you're throwing a lot more gas when you're only pitching 1 or 2 innings versus trying to throw 6 to 7 innings a game. So in 2020 shortened season, he started 9 times. But let's look at 2021, which is the year he won the Cy Young. Okay. He had a 12.6 strikeouts per 9 innings. In 22, it went down to 10.8. In 23, it went down to 9.3, still with Milwaukee. And then last year, it went down to 8.4. So that's, I'm okay not being at the 12.6 level. It's the 8.4 from the 10.8 that's got me kind of wondering what's going on there. So Irish Luck says, here's my view, Dan and Lou. This is a non-salary cap league. So if we overpaid and have a bad contract at the end, but have 3 to 5 years of an ace is worth a 7-year deal. I'm with you, Irish Luck. I agree at this point. If you want to compete, you're going to have to spend money. And do the Giants want to compete is the question. Do they really, really want to compete, Lou? You're out there. You're right there on the front row next to the Giants dugout. And all this team has really done, they have let Blake Snell's $30+ million contract go. They have let Michael Conforto's, whatever he was getting, $18 million from the Giants. That's gone. And they've added Willy Adames at about $26 million a year. What was his contract? 7 for
136.
182?
187 or 176? I can't remember.
No, it was 180 something. I think it was 182 divided by 7. 26 million a year. So
182 for 7.
So they've gotten rid of over almost $50 million in salary with Snell and Conforto. Wasn't Snell coming back at 32 next year? This year? Next year, I guess?
Yeah, and they had some kind of bonus that if he was with them, there was another $15 million on top of that.
Something crazy.
I
think they still owe him a bonus.
Oh, do they?
Yeah. So the bottom line is this. They've gotten rid of almost 50 and they've spent about 26. What are they going to do? It looks like they want Burnes. They're in on Burnes. But let's say they get Burnes. Are they going to stop or are they going to make some trades? Because
still need another bat.
They definitely need another bat. You're getting Jung-Hoo Lee back. But you know what? What was their record when Jung-Hoo Lee went down last year? They were under 500. So to think that, we're getting Jung-Hoo Lee back, that's making us much better. Oh, well, maybe they're thinking, well, we got Ramos now. But we look at teams. Who's gotten better in the National League? The Dodgers have gotten better.
Yep.
They added Blake Snell, and they're getting Ohtani back as a pitcher.
The New York Mets are a little bit better.
The Mets are better. The Chicago Cubs look like they might be better now that they've got a top 10 player in the game, Kyle Tucker. There's a lot to be said. I'm hearing, I saw something with Paul Goldschmidt as a possibility for the Giants. Here's my thing I like Paul Goldschmidt, but the Giants got to find somebody that doesn't strike out. They got too many guys that strike out, Lou. It's getting ridiculous how many guys that strike out on this team. You can't have 80% of your lineup striking out a quarter of the time.
Yeah, we're almost worse than when we had pitchers bat.
Yeah.
At least I mean, it's that bad.
Oh man. All right. Yeah, Brian, I agree. I don't want Goldschmidt. He strikes out too much. The whole lineup strikes out too much except Jung-Hoo Lee. That's it. And Luis Matos, but they don't play him. So you could have let me ask you this. If I gave you, let me pull something up here, and then I'll make my comment. Go ahead, Lou. Tell us who do the Giants need to add this offseason?
Well, I think what's sort of surprising now, Dan, is we went over our list. I'd say 3 weeks ago to a month ago about the top 25, and really there's still like 18 available out of the 25. Usually when you have these winter meetings, there's usually like 1 or 2 left. So there's still a lot out there, which is sort of surprising to me. I mean, today, it's weird because all you ever see is all these teams with new coaching staffs. That doesn't really interest me at all. Christian Walker's going to be going to Seattle. At least they were talking about it on the MLB Network today, and they need a bat. But I would love Christian Walker on our team. But no, there's still a lot of guys out there. Alonso, of course, we talk about, you just go around the infield, you can almost build a team around it. But
Alonso's another guy that
right now are
strikes
sort of
out.
going everything they got for Burnes.
Alonso strikes out too much, though.
Yeah.
Again, they got to find. Look, you made your bed when you signed Chapman and Adames, and then you re-up with Yaz. You got. Look, I'll say it over and over again. The Dodgers, the Padres, and the D-backs, all in your division, have several players in their lineup that do not strike out more than like 16, 17%. Giants, Pat Bailey, 22%. Lamont Wade was over 22% at first base. Shortstop, Adames, 25%. Chapman right there near 25%. Ramos right there at 25%. Fitzgerald, 32%. Yaz, 25%. Who's going to hit the ball when there's runners on?
We've had that problem the last 2 years. You got to remember, in our division, the Arizona Diamondbacks scored the most runs in the majors last year. In the majors, not just our division. So, they put the bat on the ball. We already know about the Dodgers. The Padres at times. So, I mean, we're still really behind. I'll make it. We're behind the 7 ball, not behind the 8 ball where they're signing. But, we still have a lot that we have to do. It's tough because, you keep hearing all these reports and nothing's really happening.
Right. Let's go ahead and take a look at, you mentioned the top 25 free agents. Let's see who's off the board and take a look at that. We know that obviously number uno is now a New York Met with his big pot belly. Is that a beer belly of Juan Soto, or is that a belly that Aubrey Huff accused of being probably 5 years older than his reported age? Did you see the picture of Soto's boiler?
No, but I saw him when he was in the jacuzzi and he had Dom Perignon spraying on him. It was sort of crazy when he signed the contract.
Somebody asked me, I will let you know who a free agent is that doesn't strike out much. Juan Soto is gone. Corbin Burnes still available. Sasaki available. Snell gone. So 2 of the first 4 are gone. Bregman any day. Think he ends up a Yankee, guys. Bregman, he doesn't strike out as much. Max Fried's gone. Santander, he's under 20% K rate. He's available. Pete Alonso, too many strikeouts. He's available. Willie Adames, he's gone. So of the top 10, we have 6 available?
Yeah.
We got
sort of
Flaherty
shocking this late in the game.
6 available. Tanner Scott's available, 11. Bieber's back with the Cleveland Guardians. Christian Walker's available. Nathan Eovaldi's back with Texas. Hey, Oscar Hernandez available. He strikes out about 28, 29% of the time. You get away with it on the Dodgers, though. You get away with it on the Dodgers, though, because he's going to see better pitches. Michael Wacha, He signed a 3-year deal with the Royals. He's back. Hassan Kim's available. Carlos Estevez, he's available. He's a reliever. Clay Holmes.
He did sign.
Clay Holmes did, right?
Yeah.
Didn't he go to the Mets? Yeah. Yeah, he went to the Mets. Didn't he? He's going to be a starter. Sure, I think so. Kikuchi, he's with the Angels. He signed. Gleyber Torres is out there. Tyler O'Neill is signed. Didn't he get dealt or signed somewhere? Sean Manaea is available. Max Scherzer, no thanks, is available. And Jurickson Profar is available. So there's your top 25 guys. Somebody asked, who is available that doesn't strike out a lot? Well, let's take a peek at that. As Buster wants out of the room. What's up, Buster boy? All right. Why did we hold on? What happened there? Did I close that out? I did.
Uh-oh, we lost Dan. Hello, Dan. Dan, we need you. All right, Chad, I hope everyone's having a good Friday. Pretty crazy weather. Stay inside and relax on NorCal Sports Network. Welcome back, Dan.
Yeah, I messed up. I always do that when I'm hitting this MLB free agents by position. That's what I was looking for. So we're going to look and see who are the guys that might be available that are more under the radar. All right, catchers. I don't think the Giants have any interest in catching. Hey, hold on one sec. I got a call I'll grab. Lou, take over. You can take over. I'll be right back.
No problem. Hello, chat. How are you? Hey, so like I was saying, everyone, please be careful in this weather. It's sort of crazy in San Francisco, raining all day, very windy, very cold. So, be careful. No drinking and driving. Just relax at home. Again, tomorrow, guys, one of the greatest things of American sports, the Army-Navy game. If you guys are inside, see it. It still gives me chills. It's very, very it's very special when you watch it. So the Army-Navy game tomorrow is the only game in town tomorrow. And then, of course, we'll be back Sunday. The Warriors, in case you guys are unaware of, they've had a game added against the Dallas Mavericks. So that game will be at 5 o'clock on Sunday. Of course, no Niner game. But the Warriors try to get back on the bandwagon after a tough L yesterday. But as for the Giants, I mean, it's the other thing about the Giants, in case you guys are interested, they did announce the Giants Fan Fest. I don't know if anyone has that date on there, but let's just take a look. Giants Fan Fest. In case you guys, it's a free thing where you can get autographs, and it's pretty cool. I've gone a few times. Fan Fest. Fan Fest is
I'm back.
So I was just telling Dan they announced the Fan Fest for the Giants.
Oh, yeah?
Where is this? God. Yeah, they finally announced it. Fan Fest dates. They make it so difficult sometimes, the Giants.
Hey, don't forget to get into the giveaway, guys. You got about 20 minutes before we close it off. Casey Schmitt
Oh, they're doing the tour. I don't know why they have more than one, but in San Francisco, March 8th.
Okay.
So you can go. It costs nothing.
Get in a chance to win an autographed baseball. We'll draw it at
I have not been kicked
8:55.
out of the Fan Fest yet, but trust me, if I go, there could be a chance. Only the ball games.
All right,
in fact,
catches.
I actually went by Tommy's last night, and they're still talking about it. So they have our little bet behind the tequila bars signed. So when the Giants don't win 90, I will be able to go back, and I am pretty excited. If the first ball game I go to, I will try to find Tristan Beck, ask him if I can get a photo with him, and then we'll have to get it for NorCal Sports Network. That could be pretty funny considering what happened.
Yes, there we go.
Hopefully he's on the team still. So
right. Let's take a look at these free agent pitchers. I don't know what happened to all of a sudden, every time I go to MLB, I cannot blow it up as much as I can other channel or other websites. I don't understand what happened. This is as large as I can get it. But let's take a look at first base, because that is an area that the Giants need to look at.
And Dan, it doesn't really help if we have a stud at third, a stud at short, and we have a guy who's mediocre at first. I mean, it's almost like having a mediocre catcher. It's important.
Yeah. I'm wondering if I want to check and see if Donovan Solano, how he was a pretty good hitter. Let's see how his strikeout rate has gotten to be. Last year, he's 37 years old. He struck out 65 times last year in 309 plate appearances.
It's pretty high.
That is getting up there. That's 21%. That's a little high for Solano for no and his batting average, he's still hitting in the 280s though.
Yeah, and he was batting 8th last year, at least in the playoffs.
Right. Patrick Wisdom has some pop, but I think he's a guy that might. Oh, you know who might be available that might be a pretty decent first baseman? That where is he? Carlos Santana. How about Carlos Santana? Let's see how he looks. He had a pretty good WAR last year, over 4. That's better than any Giant. Carlos Santana of the Twins, he hit last year only 238. He struck out 99 times in 594 plate appearances, 16%. Now, that's a guy I could look at and say he could be a stopgap. Carlos Santana hit 23 homers. Not a horrible guy. I mean, I'd rather have him at this point than Goldschmidt. What are your guys' thoughts on Carlos Santana? And he won the Gold Glove Award, Shota said last year. He could play first and guitar. Irish Luck says he strikes out too much. He only struck out 16.6% of the time. That would be second on the Giants, second best. Remember, every Giant except Jung-Hoo Lee struck out over, and Luis Matos struck out over 20% of the time. Every Giant. So.
Hey, Dan, with that trade today, a couple of them, have we thought about maybe looking into next year's free agent class where, some of these guys with only 1 year left, there might be people out there. I mean, I know we all talk about Vlad, because he's got 1 year left on his contract. I mean, I'd love to get him, but Josh Naylor, I know Max Muncy we can't get because he's a Dodger, but who else is a first baseman? No, William Flores. No, Evan White.
Let's look at next year's free agents, how the future looks. All right, next year, free agents for 2026.
Yeah.
Do we want to look at catchers at all? Just for we
Yeah,
don't.
and that's why Kyle Tucker got traded, guys. You know, it's only 1 year left on the contract. So
Right. First base, you're going to have Guerrero, Vladdy Jr., Josh Naylor, Yandy Diaz. They have a club option. Reese Hoskins, a mutual option. And Lamont Wade Jr. will be a free agent. Second base, Luis Arias, Ozzy Albies, club option. Brandon Lowe, a club option. Wilmer Flores.
I know. Can you believe that?
Jeez.
Give me a
Luis
break.
Rengifio, Kyle Farmer, mutual option, and Tyro Estrada, mutual option. I'm not sure what the deal was with him signing. Okay, third base, you got, forget that. You already got shortstop. We don't need a shortstop. Outfield, Kyle Tucker, Kyle Schwarber, Cody Bellinger can opt out. Luis Robert Jr. has a club option. Tyler O'Neill can opt out. Cedric Mullins, Michael Conforto, Mike Yastrzemski, Chris Taylor has a club option. Starling Marte, goodbye. Put him in the washer. He's done. Who else can we put in the washer on this list?
There's a lot.
Marte's 36, and he's got a horrible contract. They owe him like 20-something million. Trent Grisham, Mitch Haniger, Hunter Renfroe, Lane Thomas, Willie Castro, Austin Slater. Now, that's a guy you probably want to hold out and see if you can get him back. Austin Slater. What do you think, Lou? Are you thinking Slater maybe?
God, we kept that guy
3 year,
so long for no reason.
120 million for 3 years. Slater, 40 million a year. Is he a $40 million player?
You know, all I heard is this: he has speed and he can hit lefties. So it depends on what we need. But I've heard he's phenomenal. He hits lefties like you've never seen before.
He does. He did in the past. You know what?
I know, but the Giants. We like guys that did something 10 years ago and hoping they can recover.
We're being a little facetious, obviously, here about Slater, 3 years, 40 million. And Mike Topman. That is one of the worst free agent classes. If I'm Kyle Tucker, I'm not signing with the Cubs unless you give me close to $600 million, because he's going to be the guy that everybody's interested in. There's nobody else. Marcell Osuna, who's a DH, is available. Starting pitchers next year, you got Dylan Cease, Zach Gallen, Framber Valdez, Seth Lugo, Michael King, Kershaw, Montgomery, Bieber, Imanaga, club option, player option, Brandon Woodruff, Zach Eflin, Kodai Senga can opt out, Ranger Suarez. There's always a ton.
And that's why Soto might have gone for more than we assumed. You know, the following class is not that good. There's really
relief
no
pitchers.
This is it for a couple of years.
Relief pitchers, nothing great there. This is a bad class, guys. A bad class. There's nothing there. Oh, we're not going to look at possible free agents after the 26th season. No. So the Giants pretty much are, Lou, if they sign Burnes, you have to figure they've got to go all in, because you're basically saying a big, giant middle finger to the draft coming up. Next year, you're going to lose 4 of your top 6 picks, and you're going to be losing international money. So you are basically saying you're going for it. You better really go for it. Otherwise, you are in the worst.
You're in worse shape than you were before. Yeah, exactly.
You're in worse shape because now you got no draft picks and you got middlings as your roster. You don't have anybody like Steve Phillips, former GM of the Mets, says not crazy about the Giants roster because they're full of a bunch of mid kind of guys that are just, they're not horrible, but they're not great. Matt Chapman, he's not horrible at all. He's not great. He's not superstar level. Some people in the Giants organization overvalue him because he hits the ball hard. He plays great defense. He runs. He's a leader. He shows up and plays. Those are all valuable things. But he also is not a guy that drives in a lot of runs for a middle of the order bat.
No.
Now,
and we've said that before. He's probably a good 5, 6, 7 hitter, and we got him 3.
No,
Big
he's
difference.
he's a 3, 4, or 5 in the Giants. He should be 6 or 7.
Yeah, exactly. I'm just saying in the Giants lineup, we put a lot of more pressure on him because we don't have anybody else.
Right. Adames should help lengthen it. Jung-Hoo Lee should help. But you need one more guy at the top of the order that can get on base. It's either someone in the top 5 that's getting on base. So, I want to see Chapman down at 6. I don't want to see Bailey in the top 6. I want to see Bailey around 7 or 8. I don't know how this team really gels and does anything that makes it, right now, I'm saying this team appears to be a 4th place team at best. You have not, you've improved your offense a little bit with Adames. Lee helps a little. Your pitching, you've still got to get Chapman's still going to hit 3 to 5 and 25. Shota says that's a problem.
Dan, I don't know if you remember, we did what lane? The Giants are in the middle lane trying to get to the far left to speed up a little bit, but now they're like stuck in a rainstorm and they're going slower in the right lane trying to find a rest area because they've now confused everybody. We made the big signing, okay, but we need more steps. There's one big signing doesn't do us anything. Dodgers already got better pitching than us, and they picked up a Cy Young. Okay, that's one. Arizona, yeah, they're losing one of their big guys, but they are still great. Remember, 2 years ago they were in the World Series. Last year they went through a lot of injuries. A couple of their studs had the sophomore slump, and then I know everyone says the Padres are cutting back, but the thing about the Padres is they still have some studs. They have more studs than us, and they have a great front office where if they're close at the All-Star break, they'll go for it. We don't know what the Giants are going to do.
Right.
So,
I see a comment in here from, hold on, I just want to pull this up. Okay, the comment is from Mike McVoy. There's a reason they hired Posey and not Dan. It's a process. Okay, Mike, it's a process, but you signaled that you're not doing a rebuild. The Giants either have to Mike, would you say that the Giants have been in the middle lane for the last 3-4 years? Basically, when I say middle lane, that's a 500 club, and they have never tried to do a full rebuild, and they've never really gone after it and spent close to $300 million and got stars. So now that they've added Willy Adames and they signed Chapman to a 6-year deal, you basically said there's no rebuild because you gave both these guys a no trade clause. So
you're stuck with them.
You're stuck with them unless they agree to waive that no trade clause. So here's the thing that I'm kind of looking at with the Giants. If you rebuild, you don't sign Willy Adames or Chapman. You just say, okay, we're going to play Casey Schmitt at third base, his natural position. We're going to, maybe we trade for an inexpensive shortstop. We let one of our young guys play second and first, and we let our outfield be Matos, Ramos, and Lee. And Bailey behind the plate, and you go with all these young guys. Now, you still have holes, and you're up against a financial crunch. If you sign Burnes, you pretty much max out where the Giants ownership group wants to be. So when you say let's be patient, I think they want Burnes and a backup catcher. My point is they get Corbin Burnes. They could be a better team if everything goes right. If Jung-Hoo Lee stays healthy and he hits, and Elliot Ramos has a similar year, doesn't have what's called a sophomore slump, jinx or whatever. Chapman is not getting younger. If you look at Matt Chapman and you look at his age, he's going to be 32. Matt Chapman is 32 in April. So 1 month into the season, he will turn 32, basically playing all of next year at 32. And if you look at Matt Chapman's numbers, he's been pretty much a 27 home run guy 3 of the last 4 years. But look at his RBIs: 72, 76, 54, even though he still had a pretty decent number of at-bats, and 78. He's had 1 season above 80 RBIs, or I should say 1 season in his career above 78 RBIs. Last year was Matt Chapman's second highest total in RBIs. Why is that? It's because with runners in scoring position, he doesn't get a lot of hits. He strikes out a lot. He's got 1,134 strikeouts in 42-35 plate appearances. That's 1,134 divided by 42-35. He strikes out 26.7% of the time. So what are the Giants building here, guys? When we here at NorCal Sports, we try to give you a different approach to the game, okay? We're not just fanboys, okay, screaming, come on, let's get this done, do this. We got to get this. Come on. You know, let's get this ball player. Let's get this ball player. What are the Giants doing? Why don't we go? Look, guys, I'm going to give you an actual analysis of this team. The Giants should have went hard after Kyle Tucker. If you're trying to win, if you're getting Corbin Burnes, if you think you're getting Corbin Burnes, you should have went after. You could have put a package together of Kyle Harrison, who's is probably better than the pitcher the Cubs gave up. They could have given Casey Schmitt. He's, Isaac Paredes is got more clout as a third baseman. I think Schmidt's a better defensive player, and who knows what he can do offensively. And then there's other players you could have thrown into the deal. You could have given him another young pitcher like a Wisenhunt. Yeah, there you go. Exactly. Agree. Wisenhunt, Schmitt, Yaz, and eat some of the money. Now you got to go out. I mean, the fact that Tucker was made available.
That's the key. People don't realize what a stud he is.
And you know what? The Giants could have given up more. And guess what? What happens if Kyle Tucker was making the difference for the Giants and they were a competitor, and you got Burnes and Webb and you got Ray's bounce back, and let's say you gave up Harrison the deal, but you got Birdsong pitching well, Landon Roop, and you find another pitcher, you go out and sign a Bueller. Hey, what's the worst thing that would have happened if Kyle Tucker didn't do well?
You could have traded him at the trade deadline.
Exactly. And you would get probably a top 100 or 2 prospect back for him, because a contender would know they're contending and know that he's the missing piece. You don't think you might even have been able to pull off a Luis Gil from the Yankees. Say, okay, you want Tucker? Because Gill was being offered, was one of the players being mentioned. I don't know if the Yankees wouldn't give up on him. I don't know what the deal was. But when you get to teams like the Yankees and the Phillies and the Braves, the Mets, and those teams are ready to, it's at the deadline and they want to win, and there's a star player, believe me. All right, we got to get to our giveaways. Hey, Buster.
Remember, you only have a farm system, so you could trade the farm
and the
system
Giants
to
don't
get
even have
real
the doggone farm system. They can't get anybody.
No.
You know, they should have been in on Tucker. He's a top 10 player. If you look at Tucker's,
you guys will see how big he is next year.
All right, giveaways. Here we go. We're going to close this out.
Oh, I thought you said 8:55.
Yeah, 45. I'm closing it out so we can get the numbers. All right, guys, you got 1 minute. If you want to get the giveaway of a signed baseball, we're giving away a signed baseball from Casey Schmitt. We gave away one. We got 9 left. There we go. Casey Schmitt, autographed baseballs. These are brand new Major League baseballs.
I want one.
I like the seams on these, Lou. I've got an old baseball that I was telling you about from.
Yeah. Well, it all depends who the commissioner is. Like I
This
remember
one
I
was
have one from
Chubb
the '89
Feeney.
World Series, and the seams are like popping out.
Oh, these seams are popping out, man. I feel like if
Yeah,
I
I
rub
love
them, my fingers might start bleeding.
Let's not go that far. I don't know if Buster can help you out if you're bleeding to death.
This.
Do you feel like he can throw a nice curveball, nice slider?
Me?
Yeah, with the seams. I mean, so when I pitched in high school, I learned in 7th grade in grammar school how to throw, I almost want to say a circle change slider where it got really good, especially like my sophomore summer. I mean, I had such a good slow curveball where these guys were backing up, and the problem is I could throw a great curveball, but I just couldn't throw heat. There's such a big difference.
All right,
guys. These guys throw 90 miles an hour, and you have a good slider.
Yeah. Let's get the giveaway list going. Everybody will put the numbers up.
Yeah. I love that machine. It's become addicting.
Ryan will email me to email it to my I'll text you my email address. I got a couple of them, one for the show, and hold on here. One sec. Okay. So once we get the list, we'll do the drawing, and then I will put up my email address that you can send me your address, name and address, and then we will send that out.
Sweet.
So what else we got? Whit, we see it. Make sure you guys just put it in there once, giveaway, so we don't get. Whit, I see your name in there 3 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ryan, if you're listening, Whit only needs one name. He's got it in there 4 times. So that's my concern with the Giants is if you're signing Burnes, great, then go for it, because you've already given up on your future. So now you got to win. You're in a window. Look, if the Giants are going to win a championship and you're going to have Matt Chapman, it's got to be within the next 3 years, guys. He's signed for 6 years. This is year 1 of the contract. You're not going to be winning with Matt Chapman, I don't believe, in years 4, 5, and 6. Because in years 4, 5, and 6, he's going to be 30. He's going to be 35, 36, and 37. we all saw what Evan Longoria did when he got to 8. Look, what is the saying, Lou? Father
Time is still undefeated.
Right, and there's no
Father Time. When you hit cement, they're both undefeated. They've never lost.
Dan, have a Google spreadsheet for the mods to just add names. It will be live, and you can watch him adding all the names on your screen, and there's no email involved. Thank you. Pull the number. Ryan, did you hear that?
Kyle, you're hired.
Maybe we should have Kyle jump in and do this. I have no clue how to do Excel spreadsheet. I'm not the tech guy. I agree, S. Bencel. I get Cody Bellinger. I think that's what he's talking about. Get Burnes and Cody. You need another bat on this team. If you don't
remember, Cody's going to cost something. It's not like we can just sign him.
It's a trade. I'll tell you what. I put a trade together earlier today on the show, and I'm not trying to trade Casey Schmitt because I don't like him. I love Casey Schmitt. I just want him to play somewhere. And the Giants did, they blocked him. So I think he's got a lot of value to a team that wants a Gold Glove third baseman. Look, I just don't understand the mindset of the Giants. Is it because of Bob Melvin coached him at the A's and Matt Chapman has this name when he was with the A's? Because Casey Schmitt is a younger, more affordable Matt Chapman. If you look at their defense, they're very similar. Offensively, Schmitt hasn't had a chance to really put up any numbers yet, but he did limited at bats, have 107 at bats last year, or plate appearances, had a better average than Chapman. All right, I'm waiting on Ryan. I hope he gets this done so we can move on this. Let me see how he is, because
Dan, is there anyone we're overlooking since Milwaukee lost their best player, shortstop, and their best reliever? Is there somebody else maybe we can, since they're in rebuilding, that maybe we can snag from them?
You want to go after Christian Yelich? I don't know. He doesn't.
Great leadoff hitter. When he's healthy, he's a stud. He can carry it, but boy, that guy breaks down. It seems like a lot.
He has.
What about, is there anyone? So here's something, Dan. You always do this. Is there anyone that they got when they traded Burnes to Baltimore? Was there any big prospects they got that maybe we can snag from them now? I'm just thinking outside the box.
Yeah, they may want those prospects. That's maybe why they traded Burnes, though. I would think that if they got good prospects, they're going to rebuild. Yelich had a good season last year, but he got hurt. He's 33. Yelich is a guy that
MVP, 3 years ago, 4 years ago?
MVP, he was MVP in 2018, quite a while.
6 years ago, okay.
Yeah. And he was second the following year. And then he's kind of been hurt a lot. He strikes out a lot too. So not the Giants need a guy that can get on base. I don't know what's going on but guys, I don't know where
you're
hold
being
on.
real.
Here we go again. I can't get a contest that goes smooth. Let me figure this out. How can I do this contest? It's hard to do by yourself here. Let me look. I see giveaways. Everybody, Ryan's probably working hard at it right now because I haven't heard anything from him. No contact, so I don't know what's going on. Yeah, I should have Kyle come in here and do the Oh, Basello with the Orioles. He's good.
Yeah, I'd love to get Santander. He wants at least 5 year. He's going to at least cost 5. He wants at least a 5-year deal, probably 130.
Yeah. All right.
Shote, Ryan did not quit like Campbell. Come on. It's not easy.
Ryan's working hard.
He's working hard. He's very nervous about the Sunday big game against Indianapolis that they have to win if they want to go to the playoffs. If not, they might be done because Indy will hold the tiebreaker. He's going through a lot.
But they're 2 games up on Indy, though.
Have you seen Indy's schedule?
Is it weak?
They play the 3 worst teams in the NFL, and they'll hold the tiebreaker.
Ooh. That would be sweet.
It's a big game.
That would be sweet. Wow. Well, guys, we're waiting. I want to do this drawing so we can get off. We have a 1 hour, 15-minute curfew on this show now. All right. How about if we just do this? Hold on here. How can we, Lou?
Yes, sir.
Write these numbers down, everybody, real quick. Just give everybody a number. Who's in the contest? All right, you ready?
I'm ready.
Let me look at the first ones.
So how many do you think we need? 1 through 30?
Maybe more. All right. Kyle, 1. Kyle Simons, 1. Just Kyle S, 1. It's Kyle.
Is there more than one Kyle?
Just put Kyle S.
Kyle
1.
Kyle 1. Okay.
Going through this list, looking for giveaways. Bear with us, guys. Going through this chat one by one. Jace, 2.
Like Jason or just
Jayce? JC.
Oh, sorry.
Jayc. Graham. Joe Schmo. Okay. 3.
Joe Schmo.
Sorry, going through this fast as I can. 3. Shota, 4.
Sorry, one more time.
Shota, Shota, 4.
Got it.
Oh, he said goodbye, Dan. I don't know if he's in the chat or not. Put him in there. Okay, Ben, 5.
Yep.
Okay, never mind. It's emailed.
All right.
Okay, let me check my email.
24.
Pull it up here.
All right, everyone, take a look.
Hold on, it's going to take a minute. Oh, I got it. Never mind. I got it. Okay, I just told him I didn't get it. Now it popped up. All right. Here we go. We got 50 names in here. Dang.
Wow, that's a big one.
All right, guys.
I think the wheel goes to 99.
Yeah, I think it goes to 100. All right, so let me pull up the list here, guys. You can take a look at the list, see your number. Matthew. Okay, there's 1 through 19, guys. Take a look at it. I'm going to be pulling up
Ferguson, like it.
I'm going to pull up the.
Okay, we have a problem. Number 9 and 11 are 2 Pauls.
Okay, we'll just take. Hold on here. Random.
Just so you know.
All right. Go to the picker wheel. How many numbers did I say it was? 52?
Oh, I heard 50, but yeah, I guess now 52.
I don't know. All right. So let me go back to the numbers. Okay, 19. Okay, so you see 20 through 39. You guys see your name? Oh, there's a
another
Paul
Paul.
2.0.
3 Pauls.
Maybe there's, well, all right.
And then there's another Paul 2.0, number 39. So 9,
see that.
11, 22, and 39.
All right. We're going to have to, if it's the same guy, we'll just take out the first two then. Take out the first two Pauls. Kyle, Joel, Witt, Mike Seachy, 49er Red Zone Gangsta, Chris, Stephen Leonard, Spy, and G Poppy. All right, here we go.
in the house, huh?
All right, so we're going to take off the first two Pauls, 9 and 11. 9 and 11 are eliminated. If they get run, we'll do it again. We'll spin it again.
Are you okay with that, Paul?
Because we got Paul at 22. And Paul 2.0, I'm assuming, is a different Paul. So we are going to remove 9 and 11. Okay. Hopefully you're in the chat. You got to claim the prize quickly. Otherwise, we will go to another one. You got to be here. You can't be.
Got to be present to win.
Got to be present to win. Here we go. Casey Schmitt baseballs. We will bring up.
So we're drawing one ball tonight or two?
One.
Okay.
We might have to do two in a couple nights here. All right. That is pull up the random. Was that 52? Was that the number again?
Yes, sir.
Okay, there was 52.
But you took out 2, so 9 and 11 are done, but still do 52. If it shows up on 9 or 11, we redo it.
Yeah. All right. Everybody see that? We good? Let me just make that list to make sure it was 52. Yeah. No, it's 50. I'm sorry. There's only 50. Okay. There's 50, Lou.
Oh, you took out 9, 11?
No, they're still in there. I read it wrong. It's 50.
Okay, I'm sorry.
All right. Here we go, guys. Random generator to win an autographed baseball by Casey Schmitt. There it is. Get this thing. There we go. Here we go. We're off and running. And they're off and running. And there we go. They're spinning around. And it's Trevor Deadman here at the tracks. Number 4. And the winner is Brian. Brian, are you in the house? That's me. All right. You're the winner. You just won an autographed baseball by Casey Schmitt of the San Francisco Giants. Make sure you email me at NorCal Sports Network right now. Email me your name, full name, address, picture, everything, zip code. We'll ship these two off from our winner the other night, 420. We'll send that one out, and we'll send this one out tomorrow. Congratulations to our winner. Guys, we appreciate that. Keep it here at NorCal Sports Network. We'll have another giveaway tomorrow night. Another baseball from Casey Schmitt coming your way. So, guys, give us your comments. Let us know if you want to talk about something different. You got a subject you want to talk about, whether it's Giants farm system, if you want to talk about the front office, the direction of the club, what you think they need to do, let us know. We'll try and cover it. Guys, these shows, we're trying to keep them within about an hour and 15 minutes. We went a little over tonight because of the contest. It takes a while to get all that stuff put out there. And yeah, Mario, I signed him myself. Exactly. Yep. Mario Trotonic, he got me. I signed these baseballs myself, guys. It really, these aren't really baseballs signed by Casey Schmitt.
Come on, guys. He was on the show. Everyone knows that.
Mario's just being Mario. But
Mario's being super.
Yeah, guys, this is why we have this to show you. So you know that these actual baseballs were signed by Casey Schmitt.
Casey
there
Schmitt.
You go.
Listen to NorCal Sports Network. Casey Schmitt here.
Look at the
Listen
ball.
to NorCal Sports
There it is.
Network.
There it
Casey
is.
Schmitt here. Listen to NorCal Sports Network. Casey Schmitt here. Listen to NorCal Sports Network. Casey Schmitt here. Listen to NorCal Sports.
All right, guys. There you go. Well, Casey looks great, man. He looks in good shape. He's ready to go. Thank you, Brian. Appreciate that. I will check, make sure I got your let me just double check. I got it. Oh, all right. Arizona. There we go. Another Arizonan. I won't dox you, Brian, and give your put your address out there. But hey, man, that's awesome. Another Arizona guy. All right.
Alex, nobody cares.
Valkyrie. Yeah. This isn't a Valkyrie station. In fact, I thought about doing a YouTube channel, a new one, Lou, called All Things Sports, except the WNBA.
Packed. Probably be tough to get on.
Yeah. So, all right.
Have you noticed since the Warriors started advertising them and wearing their uniforms, they're like 1-7.
They're wearing the Valkyries uniform?
Yeah, the warm-ups and everything. During warm-ups, they have the pullover, and then when they're on the bench, they're basically advertising. They keep losing.
Sure, Joel, I'll sign one for you for Shohei. Exactly, yeah. All right,
Chap, we really appreciate it. I know you have other stuff to do on Friday night. Again, little quick reminder, a tradition like no other is Navy and Army football game tomorrow, guys. It makes you feel good. It's an unbelievable thing. The whole game's unbelievable. These are people that let us do the chat, give us freedom. They just do it because they love football. So Army, Navy tomorrow. Sorry, Dan, go ahead.
No, that's great. Hey, Mike, if they were able to get Burnes, Sasaki, and Santander, now you're talking you can compete for a wild card berth. Maybe even if things went right for you, you never know. Division could happen, but you can compete, and if you got a pitching staff of Burnes, Sasaki, Webb, you can win series, and you can win a World Series with that kind of staff. So the Giants, this is what drives me crazy, Lou, about the Giants. They've got they've got things right in front of them, but they just are so tight with the pocketbooks. They don't want to spend the money and what it takes to actually compete. They can
but
go
they have
out
it too, which is even more frustrating. It's
that's
sort of
what I'm
like
saying.
You got all these people that are rich and they're miserable. That's why.
Yeah, they could win. They could go out and sign Burnes. Yes, it's going to cost you money, but you're so paranoid of breaking even or not losing a little money. Look, your money's in the future. If you're dependent on the Giants breaking even for your living, then you got a bunch of, what do you got? A bunch of guys that are worth about $500,000. They're part owners. Come on. These guys should be worth several million apiece. I think to be an owner,
maybe it's, Buster's trying, but his hands are tied. We just don't know.
That's what I mean.
You know, that's the one thing about Farhan is he told you what you wanted to hear. Like, you know, when you were 8 or 13, when you had your first crush, you know, you're going to tell a girl what she wants to hear. You know, Buster hasn't really said anything, which sort of upsets me. It's like, how about an update? You know, we already know about Adamas. Okay, now, how about the rest of the class? Is there a free agent we're looking at? How is it looking? You know, we're so hush-hush.
Yeah, they're already offering $7 tickets. Tells me they aren't going crazy with signings. Hope I'm wrong. It's hard to say. We'll see what the Giants are going to do. When they're offering $7 tickets, they should be going out and getting the community, the Bay Area, excited by going out and, okay, we got Adamas. Okay, next is Burnes. Okay, next, hey guys, we just traded away 3 of our, some pieces, but we got Kyle Tucker, or we traded a smaller package and we got Cody Bellinger to help out, or we got a Josh Naylor, or you need a left-handed bat in the worst way on this team. You have 2 left-handed bats on this team. You know who they are? They're
useless and more useless. Late Night, who has been expired, and then Yaz, who only has a name. Boy, that's
Jung-Hoo Lee. I guess you got 3. Yaz and Wade. And if all, of course,
3 one's off an injury, so we're not sure.
And if all 3 of those are in the lineup at the same time, that means you're platooning, and that's not a good sign again.
No.
That's not a good sign. We need everyday players, guys that just go out and play, that put up, 550 to 650 plate appearances a season. Eldridge, I like Eldridge. I think he'll be here at some point in the season. We'll see what they can do. But, guys, we really do appreciate you being here at NorCal Sports Network. We'll be back on tomorrow night. That's Saturday night at somebody sent me an email that can make our giveaways seamless. I like it. Hold on. Let me see. Let me check this email. Yes. All right. It's my man, Kyle. Okay. Well, we'll talk, Kyle. Then we can have a, hey man, we're moving on up to the east side. Okay. Yeah. Oh yeah, Bailey hits left. That's right, Mark.
And
Bailey
Tahoe guy, that's true. That might almost be too much. Tahoe guy said, is it true there's only about 7,500 season ticket holders now? In the heyday, there used to be 32,000.
Oh, right there. Yeah. Wow. Hey, guys, how's Lou sound tonight? You like Lou's new sound? Is he sounding better?
Got a new mic, so I can be uglier and more nasty.
There we go.
People are thinking I'm not naughty anymore. I'm not nothing. I'm not Mr. Negative. But don't worry, the season hasn't started yet. And
turn up your gain. Let's see how your gain. Turn up your gain and see how loud you can get. That's the one on the backside.
The more that the Giants don't do anything, it will get uglier. And I will be more negative because this team is going nowhere quickly. As I told Dan when we said what lane, we were in the rest area waiting for all the teams to go by. And now we got in the first lane of 3, and we're not really sure what to do because it's raining, so we're just idling. That's all we're doing. So it's, it's crazy, guys. Everybody,
again,
it's sort of funny. Everyone gets excited. Sort of like when Buster was announced, everyone was excited. And then they realized, oh my God, all we did was get Adamas. That was it. We still, guys, we're still 4th place. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but the hats behind Dan still have not moved. So just remember that. That Dan's wearing orange hat, that's not the one that's on the wall behind him.
Yeah, that's over. Still there. Okay.
Still there.
Yeah, this is an old spring training hat, this one.
I always like the spring training hats. You remember when they had the one, just the G? Oh, that one's a fitted one. Excuse me.
Yeah, look at that. There it is. Arizona, see?
Oh, yeah.
2018. Yeah. So, well, guys, thanks for being here. We'll be back tomorrow night, 7:45. Make sure you go check out our videos. We got one out today, Corbin Burnes. Another one,
The trade,
which
the Kyle Tucker one.
well, that was a live stream today. We did a live
live,
stream for
right.
about an hour and 20 minutes. This one's gone an hour and a half, so we have reached
And does
our
everybody
limit.
in the chat like the new time? I sort of like it. It's a little bit easier. 7:45.
Yeah, guys, just get used to it. It's probably going to be 7:45 to about 9. When we're doing these giveaways, they're taking a little longer. They're taking about 20 minutes longer to us to go through them. But Kyle McKiernan sent me something that's going to help us. I think tomorrow night we'll do another giveaway.
Yeah.
So come back in tomorrow night at 7:45 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, and we go to about 9 o'clock. So shows are easier to keep them crisp. You know, this is give you the content, let you guys get your chat out. We'll try to communicate, and then we move on. So, guys, thanks again. We'll see you tomorrow night, 7:45. Go check out the videos on NorCal Sports Network. Give us some comments there. I can actually have more time to respond to your comments when I'm not doing a live stream. So put some comments in the videos. Tell me what you think about Corbin Burnes, and I will respond. Have a good night, everybody.